What's up, everybody? I posted a while ago a picture of some 6.5 Creedmoor brass and some Burger 140s, and was saying there was something out of the ordinary coming for me, which today is the day we are shooting it. Bought a Ruger American in 6.5 Creedmoor. This is literally the first shot out of the gun. I was aiming here, so I was just bore sighted, that was it. And then this is the second shot out of the rifle, third and fourth. All I did, I took some Hornady ELD match bullets that I had, 140s, that 6.5 Creedmoor brass that I showed a picture of, and I loaded it to Hornady's match grade standard, and went a few steps further with my own brass, uniforming primer pockets, cut them all to length, chamfer and deburred, resized with my bushing die, all that stuff. And then I don't know if you've seen it, but I posted a video about my RCBS Chargemaster 1500 using the Dandy Trickler. Used that to charge the cases to 41.9 grains, and that's the result. Like, literally, this is the only shots I've done out of the gun, period, today. I cleaned the bore, and that was that. So that's the 4 shots out of this gun initially, first thing, and we've got quite a little breeze out today. I don't know if it's coming through on the audio, but absolutely blown away just already with the first 4 shots out of the gun. Gonna shoot a few more after it cools. I'll show you guys the rifle here and show you what we did to it, and we'll go from there. But just thought I'd show you guys the first 4 shots out of this rifle. It's probably, I would say, it's probably right around 3/4 of an inch for the first 4 shots out of the gun. So, yeah, we'll go back to the gun and I'll show you what we got. Alright guys, we're back at the rifle here. This is it, the Ruger American in 6.5 Creedmoor. It comes with a threaded barrel, synthetic stock that's got their power block bedding. The only thing I did do to this when I first got it, and I've seen online from quite a few people, is this part right here does touch the barrel because they make it really tight. So I just took a piece of sandpaper in there, opened it up a little bit. The rest of it's really well free floated, but yeah, I just kind of modified it a little bit to make it a little more consistent and a little bit better. Yeah, excuse the wind, but this is all we're shooting right here. This is the 140 ELD with the new heat shield tip, Federal Gold Medal Match primers, Hornady brass, H4350 powder. Just kind of found the load online digging around because they don't really publish that kind of stuff anymore. It used to come on the ammo box for the 6.5 Creedmoor match ammo, but it doesn't anymore, so kind of crazy. Running something a little bit different as well for me is the optic. I am a huge Vortex Night Force fan, just overall. And this scope, I wanted to put together a budget backup hunting rifle that I could shoot accurately, probably out to 400 or 500 yards and still take down a deer and elk. You guys seen my other gun that I did build was a full custom build with a carbon fiber barrel and all that in 6x47 Lapua, but pretty sure my wife's going to be using that because it's got a good sized muzzle brake on it. Doesn't kick like the 6.5 Creedmoor. 6.5 Creedmoor doesn't really kick that much to me at all anyway. I plan on buying a muzzle brake, I just don't know which one yet. But yeah, new to me altogether. This is actually already shaping up to be a really great purchase. Like I said, you could still dial with this scope. These dial, and they also lift to reset, which is really cool. No tool necessary to re-zero. But this is the Sig Sauer Whiskey 3 3-9 by 40, and It's clear. It looks really good when you're looking through it. Yeah, I mean, it's a hunting scope, and that's just that. It still is going to allow me to adjust my elevation up to 12 minutes of angle per revolution, so I can go within 12 minutes on the turret without getting lost in my revolutions, which is really cool. So yeah, I mean, pretty excited for this whole thing altogether. It's already shooting great right out of the box. I did go through and make sure, hope this wind isn't bothering the microphone too bad. I did go through and make sure that everything was torqued to proper spec, and the action, which I recommend doing for any factory rifle you buy first off the shelf. Don't just go out and shoot it. Get yourself a good torque wrench and verify your torque specs, because this one, the action screws were not even, because it took quite a bit more force to get the rear out than it did the front. So very critical to get those action screws torqued down to the proper spec, both at the same specification. The manual says 60 to 80 inch-pounds. I did 65 because that's as high as my Wheeler torque wrench goes up to. I made sure and went through, Loctited the bases, or the base on here that comes with it. I made sure and Loctited all of the screws that are in the rings, leveled it all, just made a nice solid platform. So when you come out here to shoot a new rifle like this, you're 100% sure that everything is torqued down right, and that you're taking any error out of screws and mounts and stuff like that you can, so you can address any other problems that may be happening. So yeah, these are the caps that come with the scope. This is just the stuff I loaded today. Just bought 50 cases and just plan on using this for hunting. I'm actually really impressed. So if you guys are looking for a budget hunting rifle, the Ruger American is actually pretty incredible so far for me, just out of the first 4 shots out of the gate. The trigger is adjustable from, I think it's 3 to 5 pounds. I plan on changing the trigger to a Timney, which you can order a 1.5 pound trigger from them, which will drop it significantly. I know 3 pounds doesn't sound like much, but 1.5 pounds is really, really nice for even hunting. A lot of guys prefer a heavier trigger. I do not like a heavy trigger, especially if I'm going to shoot any type of long range stuff like my other gun is going to be capable of. So yeah, I mean, don't run it so light that it can go off if you bump it or something, but I mean, if you're walking around, you should probably have the safety on until you're ready to shoot anyway. So anyway, guys, just thought I'd show you what was out of the ordinary for me, which this is definitely one of the lower cost. I'm not going to say cheap, because you are getting a lot for your money. As it sits right here, I asked them if they price matched, and they price matched the scope. I think it was $20 difference. Out the door with tax and everything, without the bipod and this little guy, just the rifle, rings. Those are worn steel rings. They aren't super expensive, but they're really sturdy. And this SIG Sauer Whiskey 3 scope. Out the door, tax and everything, $625. I'm sure that the couple shots that were before the 2 that were touching were more than likely getting this barrel a little bit dirty to shoot. I'm sure that from here on out, it'll shoot a little better. I know it, most of the guns I've ever had have shot better, a little bit dirty in the barrel with some carbon fouling and stuff. So yeah, guys, just thought I'd show you what was out of the ordinary for me. And if you're looking for a budget hunting rifle this year to, you know, reach out and get some critters probably at 500 yards or so, which is a decent gap for most people. I think I feel really confident about the 6.5 Creedmoor as far as capability goes to kill game. And yeah, I mean, shooting out to that distance, my match gun is a 6.5 Creedmoor, and I've shot it out to, oh man, I've shot it out to 1,500 yards already, and it's shot great. So I wouldn't be shooting it for a match gun if it wasn't a great cartridge. Or sorry, match cartridge if it wasn't a great cartridge. So Just something to keep in mind, guys. You don't have to have a 30-06 that'll beat you up to kill an elk or a deer. This has more than enough power to kill elk or deer. So think about it a little bit before your next purchase, and don't shy away from the 6.5 Creedmoor for a hunting cartridge. I'll try to do an update if I get an animal with this year and tell you guys how it went, so you might have a little more confidence even still. Appreciate you guys watching if you watched all the way through. Hopefully this helps you make a decision on a hunting rifle you may be looking to purchase here before hunting season. So yeah, appreciate everything, guys. Shoot straight and have a good one.